Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching as always. So, we have a curb find here. I never get curb finds. I would get them if I found them, but I'm either just bad or don't look around good enough. I don't know. I don't go seeking for that. If y'all saw my backyard, y'all would understand why. I've got plenty of projects out there. However, I was dropping off a pair of riding mowers about a half hour from here. It was the DLT 3000 Craftsman and an LT 1000 Craftsman I sold as a pair and got a Troy Bilt pony on trade that needed an ignition coil. Y'all seen all that on the channel, no need to review any of that. And about 3 blocks away on my way home, this thing right here was just chilling out on the curb. Sometimes feel a little strange about getting curb finds because I'm like, well, did they lay it out there for a reason? It's pretty obvious that they just put this out to get rid of it. So, threw it on the back of the trailer, brought it home, and probably going to make an easy $200, $250 out of this, to be honest with you. It's an old Troy Bilt Gardenway. Gardenway made Troy Bilt with a 5 horsepower, I think. It's got a Tecumseh on it, horizontal shaft. All y'all in the Northeast know that they are excellent engines on snow blowers. I'm sure it's an excellent engine on this. I think it just needs a carb clean. Let me give you a review, a walk around, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. Let's get started. So having something like this would be kind of nice around the house. However, since I live in the city and pay city taxes, I get city services like debris cleanup. Go figure. So I don't really need anything like this. Be super nice to have if I had a yard that needed it. I sold a chipper earlier this year for a guy. Made a little money because I sold it for him. But I've gotten like 3 or this may be the 3rd one I've ever gotten, honestly. I do not get these very often. And this one has the kind of the telltale sign of somebody tried to get it started and failed because they had left it in the shed too long. You can kind of see the dirt and the spider webs and stuff. But here we go. This is a Gardenway. I'm sorry, this is not a Troy Bilt. I think I mentioned it was. It actually is. I'm sorry. Man, I keep going back and forth. The Troy Bilt Tomahawk. Don't have a darn clue when this thing was made. That would tell me right there, I'm sure. Gardenway Manufacturing Company in Troy, New York. Man, would have been nice to have been back around in the 90s whenever they were making stuff like this. This thing right here is heavy. This is a 2-person lift all day long. I'm sure this thing works awesome, and I'm excited to get it fixed. Never had any, don't really get any Tecumseh horizontals either, so this is kind of a treat in itself. The worst case, I have to put a carb on it. I mean, whoop-de-doo. Like I said, telltale sign somebody's tried to put a spark plug in it to see if they could get it started and was unsuccessful because it's probably got a gummed up carb. This one's got the engageable, I guess you call it the auger or the engageable chute. The belt seems to be like it's in decent shape, honestly. We'll see if it works. I can, like, if I pull it like this, it's not going to start, but like you can see where it's working around the tensioner pulley and stuff, so I think we're going to be all right when it comes to that. We'll see. That'll be another battle if we get to it. Again, so I've got the auger disengaged now. Let me get some starting fluid or carb spray or something here. Spray it in here. Man, it starts right up. Actually, almost acts like it wants to run. It's kind of funny. It really, really wants to run, guys. Wow. It really, really wants to run. Try it one more time here, just for good taste. It's kind of fun here. That's kind of cool, actually. I think this is going to be an easy fix, guys. I'm going to drop the carb bowl, see what we got, and man, this thing may not need much. Might not need much at all. We might have a working chipper, which would be awesome. Alright guys, I've got the actually got the truck pulled up doing some service to it. I'm waiting for the K&N oil filter to dry, so we're gonna see if we can fix this. This should be quick. I bet I'm just gonna pop this off and be a little bit of a dirty carburetor. Hopefully the seals and whatnot are okay, and we'll just pop it back together and call it a day. Let me grab a 1/2-inch wrench. Grab this little tray right here. Hopefully it'll keep away the keep the gas from leaking too bad on the floor on the garage. We'll see. That'll work, I think. So 1/2-inch wrench. All we're gonna do is, oh, this is actually smaller than that. It's a 7/16 maybe? Yeah. Almost always have. Of course, I've never worked on a horizontal Tecumseh before, so. You know, I could make polished videos to show how I go about doing all this, or experience it with y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm just taking this bowl nut off. You can see it's starting to leak a little bit now. Oh, I can smell the varnish in there. I'm just gonna see if I can clear out the jet and do like a little quick clean on this thing. I honestly don't think it needs much because it tried to run earlier. I can feel the varnish because it's difficult to turn out. Let me grab my socket here. Hopefully this is enough to get up under there. Oh yeah. All right. So definitely a swollen, varnished up jet here. And see if we can get the bolt off. Oh yeah. So honestly, it's not bad at all. I've got decent fuel supply. There we go. We got that covered. And it actually smells good, so I guess we just had a jet. We don't talk in the past tense. We have a jet issue right here, and you can kind of see where it's all varnished up. So I'm just going to grab a wire. Actually got one over here. Let's see. Gotta get a smaller wire. Let me grab that smaller wire and a little bit of carb spray, and we'll just kind of work on this jet and get it back together and clean out the bowl. And honestly, this thing will start right up. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than just a jet. I thought we were going to have a bunch of varnish all over the carb, but it turns out not to be the case. Alright guys, I'm going to take this one step further. It looks like I can take this jet out of here, which is going to help me clean the carburetor, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see what everything looks like in here. There's really not too bad. You can see the varnish is pretty much wiping right off right there. What we're going to do, so you can kind of see through there too, and what we're going to do is just take a wire, which I just had. Where did I put it? Right here. Got a skinny wire here. Now taking the jet out, it's going to allow me to actually poke through the hole. Oop, don't lose this either. Remember the orientation that it goes. To poke through the hole there. It only looks like it has one jet on one side. That's kind of weird. I thought the jet would go across, but it doesn't. That was obviously clogged. I'm just gonna take some carb spray out here. I'm just gonna spray it out. Hopefully it's enough to do what we need to do with this. So. Yeah, that's definitely much better. I don't know if these have a little small jet up top or not, like some of the others. Still got a little crud down there in there. I'm going to try and get out. But essentially that's it. Like I said, I got a little crud down there. I'm going to try and get out. I don't see it on the other side. I don't see a little jet on the top. Maybe I'm missing it. But this is all this thing needs. It's going to be amazing. I'll change the oil in it, obviously. But let me put this back together. Actually, let's come with. Let me do the bowl while I'm out here too. really not bad, all things considered. Thing set up just long enough to get a little bit of varnish and stuff in it. So let's come on back with me now. We'll go ahead and put this back together and get it on the chipper, and see if it runs. I will take all this, wipe it off, because I don't want it to be shrinking any gaskets anywhere. Luckily, with this old Gardenway and this old Tecumseh, these carbs are pretty resilient. Not like the newer Tecumsehs. Also, this one doesn't have any sort of like issues with primer bulbs and anything like that. So let's see what we can do here with this. So we're clear now. Let me put this jet back together, which is just that, and I don't see anything right there. I don't know if this has like an emulsion tube or anything along those lines. We'll have to see. So, sure, all you northerners with the snowblowers are like, he's a rookie. Well, I am. I don't get any Tecumseh horizontal shafts at all, hardly. So we're going to put this back on. Gas looks good on it, honestly. I mean, from what I could tell, got a nice thick gasket up here. Let me get it oriented correctly here for the carb. Actually, let me check it out. I'll make sure that tube is clear, like the emulsion tube and all that. If it even has one. I'm just going to... Oh yeah, we should be fine. Like I said, y'all heard this thing really, really wanted to run anyways. So I don't think it's going to ask much more of me than what I just did to it. So hopefully we don't have an issue with the needle in the seat. I don't think we do, because it's held gas for how long before I got it. Alright, here we go. Just be careful with the socket and ratchet. You don't want to get it too tight. That's perfect. Alright, let the fuel flow. If I can get it out, I think I got room to get this thing out here. Do this all in one take. How about that? Help show you that I don't cut corners. I just sometimes cut the video because it gets really, really long if I don't. What y'all think? I see a little bit of a leak somewhere. I don't know where it's leaking at. I might have not put the carb on right. Yeah, it's not leaking anymore. Let's see what we got. First pull. Nope. Any pull? That is a lot quieter than a lot of chippers that I have. That's super. Load from the other side. Oops. Wow. Before safety. Wow. Before safety was invented on these things. This thing will sit here and wait forever to turn out. I'll tell you what, that thing was hopping when we first tried to engage the auger, because I think it had some leaves and stuff still in it, and broke it. Didn't break it, but it just kind of froze it up there. Awesome. So the next step, we'll change the oil in it and be done. We'll give it a wash while we're at it, and may already have a buyer for it. I might give him a good deal because he gives me a bunch of business in terms of referencing me and all that good stuff. Like that Cub Cadet that y'all probably saw in there, he referenced me to that repair. So we will give him a good deal if he decides to get it. If not, it's like a $250 machine roughly. So it'd be kind of cool. And I'll show you all the finished product. It was that easy. I mean, watch, I'll show you. It'll start right back up, hopefully. It's alright if this surges a little bit because it has a large amount of load for that chipper engagement, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to show you all the finished product. Super happy with this curb find. 20-minute fix and we're good, so awesome. Real quick before I clean it up, I'm changing the oil in it, and y'all can see, I mean, look, it's still got like the bluish tint to it from where they changed it originally. Again, I don't know how old this oil is age-wise, but y'all can see that the condition is amazing. It was pretty full also. A lot of this stuff, when I see that it's been sitting up for a little bit, I do my best to kind of make sure that it's going to be what it needs to be. I'll tighten that back up and fill it up. And again, even the belt condition, I don't even see any cracks in. And that means that, you know, somebody changed it at some point, or has it got some cracks in it? I don't know. Whatever it is, it works just fine. And I am very pleased with this. So let me give it a nice clean. I'll run it a little bit with the new oil, and I'll just show y'all the finished product. Alright y'all, let me give you a walk around. Really cleaned up pretty nicely. I just had a little bit of layer of dirt and stuff on it, and so everything turned out pretty good. Stickers turned out nice. This is, I mean, somebody really wanted to restore a machine, this would definitely be one. I just contacted the guy and told him $150. I know that may be a little bit of an undersell, but you know what? I got it for free. It took me 20 minutes to fix it. You know, I think I'll sell it for that. It'll be just fine. I think it's about to start raining on me, so let me crank it up, and it's actually about to really start raining on me. What the heck? Let's crank it up. I'll show you that it runs. The key is to engage it really slowly. Really slowly. You can see once it gets up to speed, it's great. thing will run forever. We're getting a pretty serious rainstorm, so I'll come in here and we'll... not serious, we got a tropical system. Well, this is September. September 1st is when I'm filming this, so I think y'all can still see it back there, right? Yeah. So we'll let that thing cool down. But, yeah, so we go and find this thing on the curb. Obviously, it looked like, you know, it had been stored up for a little bit of time, and a guy, whoever at the house brought it out, tried to fix it with the spark plug, and it didn't work, and so they decided, hey, let's throw it on the curb. That'd be my thought process as to what they did, and that thing's still going. So, whatever, right? Find it on the curb, 3 blocks away from where I dropped off a couple of riding mowers a couple weeks ago. Brought it home, cleaned out the carb jet, the thing runs great. Changed the oil, cleaned it up, $150 in the pocket. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Again, one of those old Gardenway Troy Bilt brand items. And my gosh, it's built very well. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This was a little bit different for me. I think it's the first horizontal that comes I've ever had. And I tell you what, I really, really like the fact that that has an engageable, I guess an engageable PTO, so to speak, on it for the chipper portion of it, because it makes it really easy to start, and you just have to be really careful when you engage it, but once you do, that thing is off to the races. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it as always. My website's ellismowers.com. You can find my email there, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'll catch you on the next video. See you then.